Yeah. It's your boy Champion. This is the Champions Here show.
Hey, everybody, this is Six. How are you?
And it's your boy, Mr. Longchamp here, co-hosting.
Co-hosting. And today we have a very special guest, a good friend of mine, Kojo Mensah.
Hey, thank you for having me. Thank you.
What's going on, Kojo? How you feeling today?
Man, I'm good. How you guys feeling?
I'm feeling amazing, sensational. Good. I'm glad to have you. Before we start, I just want to basically, thank the viewers, for watching and supporting. Thank you. And so, is anything, Gabe, you want to say? The six?
Nah, bro, we can jump right into it. What up?
Yeah,
So Kojo, basically, I'm glad to have you on the show. Me knowing you, I know that you have been a pillar in the community. You know what I mean? A person that gives back and stuff like that. So I know that you have a foundation. Can you talk on that?
Oh yeah, the foundation is called Kosah Foundation. Basically, we use my first and last name. We kind of put it together, so that's why it's Kosah. So if you see my name, say Kojo Mensah, you'll realize it's the first two letters and the last three of my last name. So we started that because basically when I was playing overseas, I would come back and kind of like, just check out the course where we used to play, just kind of check out the community, what was going on. And things seemed to just started like deteriorating, going down. Courts started to be running down. I'm just saying, this is not what it used to be. So,
Right.
we was trying to come up with an organic way of bringing everyone together and then implementing the ideas for later on. So we started a foundation, Kosah Foundation, 2014. But then we used to springboard Kosah Foundation. We came up with something called Canarsie Day. So basically, it's going to be a day of like vendors, people that are doing things that are from Canarsie, bring them back in, basketball games, giveaways. So we did that to get everyone back in. So while get everyone back in, we're able to use that to push out, like I said, the agendas and ideas going on. And it kicked off right away. In 2014, we weren't sure how many people would show up, but honestly, we were nervous when we first started in the morning. We were there like 10, 11 o'clock. We're
Right.
like, no one is coming. They got the kids game going on. All you have is the kids and their parents. We're like, okay, look, we tried. But then by 1 o'clock, I mean, we might have had about 2,000 people out there. So once we saw that, we realized we were doing something that needs to be done. So that's kind of how we springboarded everything community-wise to be able to help kids with, through basketball, through school, financial education and everything like that.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the Kosah Foundation. So basically, is I know that there's more to it as far
hmm
as career development. Can you talk about those things? I know there's career development for the youth. There's a mentorship and a scholastic program. Can you dive a little deep on those things too?
Oh, for sure. So basically, what happened again? Like we're doing it through sports because I realized like my initial career was through sports. So what I wanted to tackle was a lot of people want to play, let's say basketball, for instance, but not everyone's going to make it to the NBA. So we have to realize that how do we give them the life goals or attach them to certain people or even give them the right resources that take basketball or whatever they learn through the sport and help them excel in life. So what we're doing now is we're creating these after school programs and mentoring programs within these community centers of through tech, through real estate, through stock changes, through being a teacher, through being a trainer themselves. So we've now partnered up with a lot of experts who are now going to be teaching these classes once things open back up, because that was the plan in 2020, but because of COVID, we weren't able to do that. But that's what we're going to do moving forward. And we're going to start that every week. We're going to have different classes every day of the week once we start and pick a location that's is open and willing to because of the pandemic, whatever rules they're going by, but that's the direction of that. As far as the scholastic part, we want to become a part of FAFSA, so we want to have also a scholarship fund. So
Mm,
with the
Yeah.
scholarship fund is like, so our kids go to school and they play, and they may get partial scholarships, right? So when you get a partial scholarship, it's kind of hard to kind of find the rest of that money. So we want to be that part that fills that in. So we fill it out the same way. You got to, of course, there's going to be rules to it. You got to have certain grade points. You also have to be part of some mentorship program or do some internship to be able to get the scholarship to whatever school that you got in that partial scholarship to. Because the kid may get a partial scholarship to Georgetown, But Georgetown is expensive. But with us, if you pass it and you're able to get that scholarship, you can now go to Georgetown and fulfill your dream going there.
That's pretty interesting. And let me ask you, Kojo, it seems like you have so many great things happening for the community, which is amazing. And what motivated you to start such a program for these people? What pushed you towards this direction?
I mean, I kind of looked at it the way, like, there's a saying, like, you kind of do as what you would want to see happen in the world. And because I know I didn't get that, I'm like, okay, just because I didn't get it doesn't mean that we can't start it. And then it would be a domino effect trickling out to everyone else. So we're basically just doing the things that I realized that we didn't have, an opportunity we didn't have, and it's kind of opening that door and kind of bringing people along as we go, because we realize it's a necessity. A lot of people don't talk about it, or they may be in certain areas where these resources aren't there. So we just wanted to be that pioneer of that.
That's amazing.
Oh,
That's pretty cool, because I know that there's a lot of children out there that definitely would benefit, in other areas besides, the communities that you are helping from
Yeah.
such endeavors. So that's pretty cool. So kudos to you for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And Kojo, I know that you are a person of many hats. I will also want to talk about your business, especially your family business. I know that you have a clothing store. Can you dive a little deeper on that?
Oh yeah. So it started with my father. My father started about 15 years ago. Again, he had the idea of kind of, okay, going. There's areas where the income coming in, they're not able to afford the high end clothing. So in his mind, he's like, how do we bring that high end clothing to these areas at a discounted price? So he was able to find out the information and become a merchant through like Macy's, Bloomingdale's, and Nordstrom, to where they're sending him, material that he's able to sell at a wholesale price. Kind of cutting the middleman out. Instead of
Mm,
going. So once he started out a small shop about 15 years ago, and it just grew. And then as it grew, I kind of came into it later as I started playing and coming back home to kind of jump into it as he started getting tired and saying he needs to retire and things of that sort. So, we kind of wanted to keep that going without just letting that go. So we have a new location now on Flatbush, but it's on Glenwood and East 31st Street. So we open a new location now.
Okay.
that's fire. That's fire.
Yeah.
And I know. So do you guys sell like clothing? I would love to
hmm
get some
Yeah.
suits and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, men and women clothing, from suits down to sneakers, down to
Wow.
boots, down to t-shirts, shorts, no- anything from you. You're looking for a gown, as far as for women. If you're looking for a business suit, or if you're looking for jackets, we have every brand, all brands.
That's dope. That's dope. I didn't
That,
know that.
I
I
know that
really
either.
didn't
I
know
was
that.
gonna say I didn't
Yeah,
even know he had any, that your family had any.
yeah. It used to be on Glenwood. No, the first location was on Church Avenue and Church in Utica. Then from Church in Utica, went to Flatbush and Foster, and then to Glenwood and Flatbush, and now it's on North Street and 31st.
nice. Slip us the details, because
No problem,
we
no
like you to
problem, no problem.
shop.
Yeah, no, come by. Trust me, it surprises a lot of people when they come by. So yeah, come by.
Definitely. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely, that is amazing. That is amazing. And Kojo, so are there investments? What are you basically involved in? I know you got a spot downtown Brooklyn, and can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So it was a friend of mine who he started it first. It's a lounge downtown Brooklyn. He also had the lounge and the restaurant next door called Alberta's, but he let that part go. So then he went into the lounge part, and we were friends through, like, my father's. He was more closer to my father's friends, but then we got close to each other because he started speaking about things that I was into. And it kind of brought me in. He brought me in and asked me if this is something I'd be interested in, because I've always wanted to have something like that, because that's kind of what we do on a daily basis anyway. When we're
Right.
going somewhere, either to a lounge or some restaurant to eat or whatever. So it only makes sense to just, like, get something that's considered your own. So, um, he around in January, we kind of made it official. So yeah, we're down there. It's on 333 Flatbush Avenue, about 2 blocks away from the Barclays Center. So it's right where the new Sweet Chick is at on Flatbush. We're literally on that same block there, and yeah, we're looking forward to, because Friday we get to open up again. So we're actually excited about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember. I remember passing by there real quick, and it looked dope. You had the palm trees, but the palm trees were kind of like fire, like it was a heating lamp.
It was a heat
I think
lamp.
I've
Yeah,
been
yeah,
by there. I think I
yeah,
have.
yeah.
I
If you guys,
remember when it first started getting cold, I was in that area, and I think I was out there, and I don't think we could get a seat. It was packed. Was it was
It,
could have
it,
been.
it gets yeah, it gets a little busy. Then that's what's
I
the
mean, it
one
was
thing that was
like
kind of
COVID, so you know, it's
I was gonna say
limited.
before COVID, I can definitely tell you, just from my own experiences of going there, that
Yeah,
it's a vibe, definitely.
It's a vibe.
It's a
yeah,
vibe.
It's a
definitely.
vibe.
I,
have
I
to,
go,
you
know
have
go,
to
exactly
go,
what you're
exactly.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
go,
no,
go, go.
that's fire. It is a vibe. It is a vibe. No, that's lit. So basically, so that investment. So are you involved anything? Because I know that you be with DJ Tunes a little bit. So is that was there any involvement with that, or was just all you, or is he?
As far as for this one, it kind of it meshed because we were doing things. Okay, so basically because we were doing things with tunes, and for the event side, and he was coming out, he was seeing what's going on. We did a couple things there, so that kind of like springboarded the relationship. So as we continue to do things, and he's seeing how we were getting them done, and he just kind of liked how we handled, the business side of everything. That's how that opened up. And as far as BT Group of Tunes, yeah, I handle a lot of like the when it comes to like the booking side and like the branding side. I'm on that side of it when it comes to tunes.
Okay, so you're branding. Okay, so like a brand ambassador kind of, and just
Kind
promote.
of, yeah. That's
Like,
kind of what I went to school for too. So that's why I kind of just kind of went into that with them.
oh, that's dope.
Nice.
That's lit.
Yeah.
That's lit. That's lit. Is there any other questions that you got from Gabe or Six?
I do actually. I would like to know. You've accomplished so much so far. Where do you see yourself, or what your goals are? Where do you see your goals in like the next 3, 5 years?
Honestly, just continue to push what we got going on. I mean, I want to partner with people. I mean, there's so much. Like, I feel like I'm just getting started. Honestly, you
Hmm.
know, um, just me and people. I feel like I'm getting my feet wet. I'm taking the bumps and bruises now, but just not even just it's kind of opening the door for not even just myself, but just people. I want to partner with people. I want to help people. I want to be able to be, a resource that we don't have to. As we're looking at the world today, we realize like ownership and freedom is what we need, and I really want to be a part of like that generation that kind of like does away with all of the old mentality and habits that our parents first came in, and we have to work hand and feet to make a living and things like that. So and just kind of kill all of that and just be like that we have our own thing. We kind of set in our own way. We're kind of our own, you know, voyagers now, and we can do what we want to do, how we want to do it, and not always have to feel the need to get a handout from anyone. I feel I want, and that's where I really want. I want us to have that freedom. So us jumping into businesses and understanding what investing is, and understanding what tech is, and understanding what stocks are, and cryptocurrency, like these things, I feel like are so foreign to our parents, but it needs to be something that we know at the back of our hands. So that's I want to be a part of that. I don't want us to feel like we had our time and it just went past us, and now we have to wait for another generation. So I'm just trying to get my hands on whatever I can when I can, and yeah,
Yeah, I can hear the passion in your voice about helping your community, so that's pretty dope.
That's
yeah,
You
dope.
get
That's
get
dope.
to accomplish great things.
Yeah, he's an
yeah.
entrepreneur, investor, super philanthropist. That's what
Wow,
that
There
I
you
like
go.
that. I like that.
There-
I like that title. That's a big title.
Yes, yes.
is. Yo, real
One
quick,
question.
Kojo.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Gabe. Go ahead, Gabe.
I was gonna say, I guess this might be like the last question, as far as like Kev just mentioning all these different titles, because we know you wear so many hats. Like, what do successful people do like on their free time? Do you still ball? I know you mentioned like
Free
balling
time is
overseas.
early in the morning. I just go to the gym and try to get it in. That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
I gotta get up early. Like that's really free time. Like I honestly don't. And be honest with you, I don't feel busy because it's everything I like to do it. So I don't necessarily feel busy. I mean, like I'm with like friends and we're coming up with ideas and we're doing things. So I don't feel like I'm like busy. Like I feel like I'm just it's fun. Like I don't necessarily feel that way. Like you know what I mean? I don't even feel like I've touched that level of success to where I was like, no, I'm having fun. Like I want to get to that level of success where we're not doing anything. But again, I just feel like we're having fun right now, and I'm just enjoying and just kind of like taking risks, honestly.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that. Taking risks, taking risks. Oh, and also let's not forget my man Kojo played professional basketball.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes, that's right.
yeah,
And so can
yeah.
you tell us real quick? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, what was your like experience going? I know you played, but you go ahead. Go ahead. You tell us.
What do you want me to start from?
No, I mean I know you played overseas, correct? Like you played
Yeah.
professional basketball
So
overseas.
starting from like where he went to college to overseas.
Oh, I went to Duquesne. Um, I played there, but I left. I ended up leaving school early because of we had the whole school shooting and things of that sort there. So we were dealing with a lot of just political issues there. So I left from there. We entered the draft early, but I ended up getting hurt in the draft early, so I was out for about a year or two rehabbing with that, and then ended up playing overseas. So played in like several countries from Germany to Venezuela, Puerto Rico. I played in Brazil for a while. I played in Portugal for a year or two. But I finished up the majority of my career. The last 5 years was in Brazil.
Okay, wow.
It's fine.
And how was it in different countries as compared? Because you've been in different countries, so you can compare it to the United States. How was it different? Like were things similar their countries but different over here? Was it similar? Can you just really quick? What was your take on
It's
that?
hard to compare. It's hard to compare other countries to the U.S. because other countries have a particular culture and everyone sticks to that. Like here in the U.S., there's so many different cultures. So you can go to New York, you go to Texas, you go to Cali, you're gonna get a whole different understanding of the US. But when you're in Brazil, everyone the same. It's the same music, the same food, the same dancing, same clothing. That's their culture. And then I think going to different countries also helped me understanding the philanthropy side about it, wanting to help because you're seeing we think people are struggling here, but we don't understand what struggle is in these other countries and what they really need and things of that sort. So that kind of made me realize, like, okay, yeah, we're doing all these things and we're having fun and this is cool, but there's so much more that we can be doing, and we need to take what we're getting and just kind of help other people with it too.
Dope, dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No, everything like I appreciate you for you coming out, spending time with us, giving us a little insight in what you do and how we can
oh,
help
thank
and
you.
help our community. So I really do appreciate that. You have a great mindset. I believe that you will reach all your goals and whatnot. And I learned a lot
Thank
tonight
you.
also. So basically, so do you have any where can we if anyone's looking for you, where can they find you?
Instagram. On Instagram is Mr. Mensa, MrMensah. And if you want to follow also the foundation, it's KOSAH dot foundation. So everything will be put there. We're revamping the website for the foundation and everything soon. So we're talking to the team and putting everything together. We're going to be coming out with merch for it and everything like that. So we really want people to follow what we got going on. And yeah, we're excited about the future.
That's dope.
That's
That's dope.
amazing.
That is amazing.
Pretty
Real
dope.
quick, were you part of the Grammy family?
I was. That was a long time ago. Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Nah,
Yeah.
nah, you guys
Yeah.
had it lit for a minute.
I remember that. Those are the
You got
backyard parties. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was everywhere.
it
Yeah.
was everywhere.
I would see you guys on promotions in the city sometimes in the hood, in different neighborhoods, Prospect Park, everything. I'm like, yo, these guys are everywhere. You know what I
I
mean?
can't take too much credit for that one because that was when I was like in school and leaving. So a lot of the other guys were really going hard with that. So I got to give more credit to the other guys that were really like in the forefront of the Grammy family when they really did their thing with it. Like guys like Bruce, Jeffrey Anderson. No, they were really in the front of it. Floyd, Shaheed, Terry, I'm Tristan, excuse me, Jonathan. They were really the guys like going hard with it. So I got to give them more the credit for that one.
Yeah, man. No, you guys had it lit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. You guys had it lit. But that's the party days, that's definitely behind us. But Kojo, thank you for coming out. Appreciate you. Is there Gabe Six? Do you guys have any shout outs?
Go ahead, Gabe.
Uh, Shout out BT Group. Shout out to you, Kojo, for pulling up. Appreciate
Thank
you. Of course, shout out to to our listeners, to viewers, to everybody, Spotify, YouTube. Appreciate you guys. And then, anything else you guys want to ask, leave a comment.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, definitely ask them in the comments. We'll try to get those questions answered. And personally, I feel like we need to just ask the audience about what have they do they have any thoughts or any have they come to any conclusion of how they're going to help their community? Because I know that we have Kojo helping his community in one way, but if you have any talents that you feel like your community can benefit from, like Kojo mentioned earlier, be the change that you want to see in the world. So, what are your plans in order to implement, you know, that change in your community? So just let us know if you have any plans on any changes. We would definitely love to read upon that. Maybe you can even be interviewed on the show with us and, you know, see what happens. Talk to you about
Okay.
that.
Okay, that's dope. That's fire. And last but not least, I want to just give a few shout outs. Brooklyn Cove, Yacht Club. We got really big things going on, but I can't let you know that right now. But it's gonna be lit in the summertime. It's gonna be lit. Brooklyn Cove Yacht Club. Follow us at Brooklyn underscore Cove underscore yacht underscore club. Also moving keys, because we are
Yes.
moving keys. Yeah, so check us out on that page, the real estate page. I'm hyped.
Dope.
I got the new signs today. You know what I mean?
Sir,
Yeah.
Yep.
So
in the background.
yeah.
Dope. Dope.
Yes.
And also, Longchamp Success, Lead Realty Group. Those are two of our property management groups, and Champ is here show. You know.
Yeah.
So and guys, please do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button.